Hey everybody, welcome to Ableton for Worship. What I'm going to show you on this channel in this course is how to use Ableton within a worship set, and specifically how I use Ableton in a worship set. And so this first video is just kind of going to be an introduction of how we do that. What you're going to see is specifically the way that we use Ableton today. I have a set opened that we use this past weekend in order to run our worship set. So we do all kinds of things. We run MIDI, we run timecode, we control our ProPresenter lyrics, and we run tracks as well as click and that sort of thing through our Ableton set. Most of what we do on a Sunday morning within the worship set is built off of what we do in Ableton. So through a series of videos, then I'll show you exactly how we do everything, and hopefully learn some new things along the way. And as I learn new things, I'll share them with you as well. So today what I want to go over is just an example of how we use Ableton within our worship set. So you can see here, this is an example of how we use Ableton. This is the actual set that we used for a recent service. So you're going to see some of this is just informational. Some of these tracks are just informational. In other words, there's nothing, there's no instrumentation or anything on them. They're just for you to see where you're at within the set. And some of the other stuff is actually sending stuff to different destinations. The audio console, the lighting console, and the lyrics machine in our CG op. So the way we run it, you can see here's all these tracks. These right here are tracks that we run on every song. And then these are each of the actual audio tracks for the song itself. So if I open up one of these, you're going to see all of the tracks that we get. I leave, while I'm programming, I leave all the tracks on. So none of them are muted right now except for vocal channels. And we mostly get our tracks from multitracks.com, Loop Community, that sort of thing. Every once in a while we'll have to make our own tracks, but we try not to do that on a week-to-week basis just because it gets complicated. What you're going to see is this is built within a template. And so everything that we do with Ableton operates within the template that we have. We download a song, we download the tracks for that song, we build that song to the template, and then whenever we're ready to pull that song into a worship set for a Sunday, a Wednesday, or a special event, then all we have to do is drag and drop, copy and paste, that sort of thing. That way every song looks exactly the same, and it just makes it, on a week-to-week basis, easier to program everything. We run our click on a track, we run our tempo on a track. So this tempo track allows you to change tempo song to song. We have a guide, we have a dynamic guide cue track. We have just a MIDI cues track. Sections, these are your song sections. So if I move into a song, you're going to see that these line up to the grid on Ableton. And whenever I click, then this would be starting the song. If I push play right now, it started at that first verse. And then we have stop cues. We always keep the original track in just in case we need to listen to something. And then we have our time code and our ProPresenter lines as well. And then these are all the tracks that we download, and every once in a while we'll add some sort of additional tracks in order to get the sound that we're looking for. So this is just basic, very basic, of how we run tracks. What I'm going to do over the next few videos, a lot of videos actually, is just practical ways that we use them. So how we set up tracks, how we get everything running, how we build the sets, how we build our songs to the template, and exactly the ins and outs of how we run Ableton on a Sunday morning. So stick around. If you have any questions, you can comment down below, and hope you enjoy.